The second thing, deference. That may sound strange coming from someone like me, but think about it. Let's imagine in this fight, you're a middleweight and you're boxing a heavyweight. You're not going to win by taking them on at their game, right? So deference means you remind them that they're in charge so they don't have to remind you that they're in charge. Remind them that they're in charge so they don't have to remind you that they're in charge. Then you take ego out of the equation. So let's imagine they ask you for something that you think is stupid, right? Which is, again, I have this conversation multiple times a day with somebody. They think it's stupid, they're frustrated or whatever, but it's coming from someone with more authority. The first thing you should say is, look, empathy. I appreciate you're in a difficult position. I imagine this can't be comfortable for you either. Empathy. You're acknowledging their fears and worries. You're creating emotional equilibrium before you get into a rational conversation. The second thing is deference, where you are saying, look, ultimately, you're in charge. If this is what you want done, we will do it, right? You're the boss. Ultimately, you're in charge. Now I've just reminded you that you're in charge, which leads to the third principle, which is motive. Now my job is to convince you that I care more about this outcome than you do. In fact, I care more about your needs than you care about your needs. And so I say, all three together, I appreciate this is very difficult for you. I imagine, it's a very challenging situation. At the end of the day, you're in charge, you're the boss. If this is what you want done, we'll do it. My concern for you, if we go down this road, though, is I think we're actually taking on board a whole lot of risk for relatively little outcome, and I think there may be a better way. Obviously, you're in charge. If you want to go down this path, we'll do it. You're the boss. But I've got concerns for you and concerns for us. Would you be open to an alternative pathway here? That is the platform on which every dance of influence and impact happens with somebody who has more authority from you. It works 100% of the time, in my experience, if you are genuine about your empathy, your deference, and you have a pure motive.